Yung trip to, well, the whole foreign trip schedule is still being worked out. Yung my instructions are to ensure that it's kept to the minimum as much as possible. There is cost involved. I don't want to be, and I want to spend as much time as possible within the country. So it has to be pared down to the most essential trips possible. Minimum nun is the two ASEAN summits and the APEC. But of course, Korea is really a very strong friend of ours. The President will assume office end of February, if I'm not mistaken.
February 25.
25. Siyempre, hindi tayo mag-attend doon. Meron tayo EDSA resolution dito. Something like within 6 months yata yung schedule dito. Sorry, what was the first one? That will be in the health sector. But in specific, we still have to discuss it. There are 2 slots that we are eyeing. And we'll consult with both the health sector and Ms. Garin, the Congresswoman, Janet Garin, exactly which you would want to which position you would want to assume.
Sir, is the administration coalition still intact? I asked this amid the conflicting statements from the Nationalist People's Coalition. On one hand, there's Mark Huangco saying that they're chunking 3 of your candidates, Pam Aquino, Chambi Madrigal, and Senator Jun Magsaysay.
So in perspective, I haven't talked to my cousin. He's my second cousin. He's I think he speaks, if at all, no, for their party in Pangasinan. So the perspective is more local, but the coalition is national. I had occasion to talk to my uncle Henry Huangco, who is the head of the delegation to the House, and he assures me that there is no change within the relationship. And I think they will be clearing this up once the party president comes back, no? Former Representative Julie.
Sir, also your critics have said that parang you've been using government funds daw po to campaign for your senatorial candidate.
Napaka-strict natin na separate yung funding for the campaign versus yung funding for all of the trips. For instance, I went to Cebu, granted na merong occasion I talked to our local leaders, but the main function there was to highlight the development in Cebu called Mactan New Town, which is a very, very major investment which will bring in about 25,000 jobs, which is part of my function, to show what is happening already in the country, encourage other investors to do the same, and handle other problems. Here in Iloilo, the main activity is syempre to highlight the Halao River Project na pinangasin. Talagang I really have to state na si Senator Drilon was the prime mover of this project. Of course, he had an advantage na no 1960, hindi pa ako rin ng right. Siya, baka nag-aaral pa lang.
Grade 1 sa
Grade 1. So he was aware of this project and the need to it. So, again, even, for instance, even, I'm very particular about expenses. Pati yung, siyempre kakain din naman kami. And as much as possible, in out of pocket. And we don't spend the people's money carelessly. So, pag purely political rallies, no, hindi dapat kasama. Except, of course, sasabihin ng kritiko, as proof. Yung PSG nagsisecure, nagsisweldo dyan, gobyerno. So, unless they're requiring me to leave the PSG during a political rally, no, siguro parang we pare down the expenses. I have certain staff, no, who always accompany me, and there might be government employees. Hopefully, they'll not be accused of partisan activities, but they help me in the performance of my functions as president.
Sir, may we know if you have already people in mind for vacancies in COMELEC as well as for the Transition Commission?
May list na for the Transition Commission. There is also a list that has been consolidated, but I have to go through the positions. There are something like 8 to 10 names for the 2 positions in COMELEC, for instance. Transition Commission, there seems to be unanimity already of the advice and the recommendations from all the stakeholders.
Sir, also, how do you intend to resolve the problem in Sabah?
Yung sa Sabah, matagal na natin pinag-aaral yan. Can I just share? Pero I have to caution you, yung mahirap yung nagmamarunong. Okay? At kinocompile natin lahat ng datos sa maritime. Amongst them, yung treaty or yung agreement was signed in 1878. Katakot-takot na amendments na nangyari. I understand several languages. English, French, at saka Tausugbu yata. There is a school of thought that says the translations are not faithful translations. No? merong mga clarification na lalo nagpalabo doon sa amendments. So, pag tinanong mo definitively anong basis ng ating claim, etc., ano yung documents that are existing, medyo magulo. Now, having said that, nandun na rin yung any country who has territory will be loath to give up sovereignty. So, maghanap, and Malaysia has not been our enemy forever. Yeah. They have been very, very friendly to us, and they have been very, very supportive to us. And we have to, as a brother nation as here, also respond. And having said all of that, yung ginawa na pagpunta doon, na meron pang tao may mga armas, is not the way to resolve this. Yung pag tinapatan mo ng armas, siyempre yung kabilang palig, isa lang ang magiging pwedeng tugon sa panghamon na yun. So, hindi yun ang solusyon. So, we have been dealing with this. We have been talking to parties concerned, including the family of the Sultan, no, to ensure na may peaceful resolution to. But of course, that doesn't rest entirely within our hands. There has to be cooperation amongst all entities to achieve, first, a resolution of the current crisis, and later on, para a long-term solution to this dispute.
Sir, sa long-term solution po ba nakikita ninyo yung do we need to keep our claim dormant or are we planning to revive it?
Yun ang point. Yun ang part of the question. Clay, siguro, I'll share with you some of the thoughts that went to my mind. No? Pag sinabi ba natin, agree tayo na yung Sultan of Sulu owns Sabah, no, does that mean also that he owns Sulu? If he owns Sulu, can he suddenly say we are separate from the Philippines? Is one of the questions that I tasked the legal divisions within my office to study. Tapos doon ako babalik na para bang they surrendered their sovereignty to the Americans when we were a colony. And the Philippine government currently, as the successor to that government, therefore has the right already to Sulu. So, again, no, pag nag-umpisa ka doon sa source documents written in several languages, meron pang at one point in time with the British and with the Germans na agreement. Yan medyo hindi ako ganun kaklaro. Paano nasama yung German? So, this was 1903 yung amendments to the 1878. Tapos in separate, parang everybody was signing a document in his native language. And I wonder how many of them understood what was written on the other copy. Ngayon, I'm not an expert. I've tasked the experts to study all of this and to find out precisely, all of our standings. Where do we stand? And from where we stand, where do we move forward?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Ramiro Media, Joel Blanco, para ng DYRI.
Sir, local concern naman po dito. Sa Iloilo kasi nag-water rationing kami kasi medyo hindi ma-surface ng MIWD yung ibang barangays in the city. Ano po yung mga in-undertake natin na project so that maging sustainable yung supply ng water namin dito?
Pagkaintindi ko, naayos na yung supply issue, yung delivery ngayon ang issue. Yung mga dinadaanan dati na hindi dinaanan, nangalawang, nagkaroon ng bara, nililinis yun. Ang estimate is about a week, no, para ma-restore fully. There's an additional 25,000 cubic meters available that will address the issue of water rationing. Pero yun nga, no, matagal daw na hindi dinadaluyan, nangalawang, nagkabara-bara, kailangan mo linisin, kailangan tagalin yung mga bara para magkaroon para makadalo yung tubig na maayos.
Isa pa sa mga concerns na may Ilonggo is that dalawa po ang general managers ng MIWD dito. Paano ba ito ma-resolve yung problema?
Kayo nang bago sa akin, dalawa.
May interim po para po sa just handle this particular problem. Yung isa is for the long-term solution. Interim lang yun. The temporary.
Interim, may isang interim just to address this current problem. Yung other one will be the long-term head or general manager of the water district. Alam niyo, dami ka kanina sa speech ko, binanggit ko, no? Yung MWSS regulating para for the most part sa Metro Manila. Pagpunta ka sa mga probinsya, water district. Yung water district, isa sa mga problema niyan, ilan ang may kakayahan para mag-undertake ng investment para magkaroon sila sa sariling reservoir. So kadalasan, kumukuha doon sa tinatawag na aquifers, kumukuha sa deep well. Si deep well, over time, inuubos yung lado sa ilalim. So, dahil may kulang sila ng kakayahan, hindi nila makuha yung long-term solution. Yun ang kasama sa plano nating water system restructuring.
Okay, Mr. Burgos. Byron.
Morning, sir. Sir, it's already been a year after the whole Justice of the Iloilo was abandoned due to an earthquake. And the DPWH has announced that it will conduct retrofitting to repair the building. But lawyers and judges here in Iloilo are asking your office to instead build a new building because they do not feel safe even if it's repaired. May we know your position on this issue, sir?
Yung after the earthquake in Japan in particular, no, si Secretary Singson and the DPWH and others undertook what they call the earthquake survey. Yung itong mga building sa atin to, under our building code is 7.2 magnitude earthquake, if I remember correctly. Eh yung earthquake sa Japan was of a very much higher magnitude. So, can our buildings, well, number one, are they in compliance with the previous requirement of being able to withstand 7.2? Tapos tinignan na rin, paano kung bigger na earthquake? So, amongst the buildings that they discovered that were not ready to meet an earthquake was my former office in Premier Guest House. That is being retrofitted at the present time. Okay, retrofit or create a new building. Yung retrofitting alone will cost about 50 million. And I would trust the judgment of people who are learned in structural engineering and the other disciplines involved to be able to determine whether or not hindi naman tayo papayag na ilagay sa piling kung sino man. So, determine ng mga experts, pag ginawa itong retrofitting na to, aabot na at lalagpas sa mga standards na binabanda ito ng batas. Hindi yung looks like, no? Pero guaranteed nila as much as humanly possible that this meets the right specifications to withstand the potential of a situation like that.
Sir, the urgent issue, sir, is the recent incident in Semirara Island.
Okay.
May we know what is the latest and your directives on the DOE and when will the operations be suspended? Until when?
Well, siyempre, suspend natin, siguraduhin na natin na safe. Now, but that also has an impact. Yung coal that is produced by Semirara is being used by a lot of our power plants. So may impact yun pag sinubstitute mo other sources of power to produce electricity. Yeah. Now, I have to confess, I have to yet see the formal report that Secretary Pitilla has forwarded in my office. He went there right away. Pero, yung I was asking, open pit, what exactly happened? Para may mga natrap. Tapos sa DNR will also be, and specifically Mines Geosciences Bureau, will be tasked again to further strengthen the monitoring of all of these sites to ensure safety of all people concerned. Not just those involved in the site, but also with the surrounding communities.
Balita ng Lela Pabula, Radyo ng Bayan.
Morning, sir. Sir, tungkol ito sa Iloilo flood control project ng Iloilo City, sir. Kasi naging epektibo ito and for 2 years after the operation ng flood control project, wala na hong baha dito sa lungsod. And may phase 2 ba to, sir? Kung meron man, kailan mapapatupad? Kung wala, bakit wala, sir?
Pasagutin ko na yung boss ko dito sa Iloilo City, Mayor Jen. Pag sinabi niya kailangan, nihanap ako ng paraan. Mag-aaralan natin. Senator Frank Rao magsasabi.
Na-expect namin kasi, sir, may phase 2.
Now, the phase 2 of the flood control will no longer be implemented because of the Laur River project. The water will be caught in the mountains and made into a reservoir. We will have a 800-hectare reservoir in the mountains, 100 meters deep. That will be the catch basin instead of the rivers flowing down and going through the rivers, which makes necessary a flood control phase 2. Now we'll have a Laur, which will now make unnecessary the phase 2. Because when you have a flood control, you throw the river the water into the sea. Here we will use it properly.
Bali, pag itatapon sa dagat at nagkaroon ng high tide, yung matapon sa dagat, yung tinatawag na storm surge. So, imbis na sapuhin mo dito sa baba, makuha sa taas, yung 800 hectares, ano ba mga Coco, 800 times 10,000 square meters times 100 meters. Yun yung volume.
8 million square meters.
Times 100 meters depth.
Ayun, volume na po yun.
Something like 800, parang kung tama yun, hindi naman ako base math, no? Pero parang nung sinusubukan ko may compute kanina, parang 800 million cubic meters ang i-control natin para gamitin mo na irrigation at hindi buo-buo sa inyo. So, ibig sabihin, di ba nasa taas, doon ang gagaling, pababa, tatapon dagat. Kukunin natin sa taas minsanan, kaysa kunin natin kung saan umabot eventually. Ang mas marami yan.
Sir, isingit ko lang po, yung reaction niyo po tungkol doon sa tatlong candidates na na-drop na ng una, si Senator Lauren. Yung reaction niyo.
Well, talaga namang nung araw pa namin niyakap itong tatlong kandidatong tumuong buo. Figuratively ako. So, yung wala kaming sinasabi sa gustong gawin ng una, may demokrasya tayo, bahala sila. Basta kami, todo kayod kami sa amin. Lahat ng kasama. Dahil paniwala namin, tumakasama namin, talagang magsusulong. And remember, no, 6-year term, so even by the time that I step out of office, these are the people who can continue the transformation of our country. Therefore, it behooves me to really push and press and campaign as much as possible for each and every one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, maraming salamat, Mr. President.